Okay. Okay, so I'm recording now. So a couple of things I wanted to talk about. If you haven't seen it yet, there's a notification out there on my board about the seller scam. Apparently there are people that are trying to represent themselves as sellers of property that they don't own. And they are typically out of town, so you never get to meet them in person. And they'll even provide you with fake ID that matches the name of the owner of the property. So be very careful if you're approached by someone to list a property that and they're out of town somewhere. Be wary of that scam. So if you get somebody that suddenly wants to list a property and they're out of town and they can't meet with you, just be wary. It could be a scam. Second thing to talk about, and very timely that Blake just logged in, apparently on May 1st, some new credit score penalties will kick in. So people with good credit scores will have an interest rate penalty. They'll actually pay a higher interest rate than they would have. Those with lower credit scores will actually have a smaller penalty, so they will pay less than they would have. Clear redistribution of wealth, and I guess the lesson here is don't protect your credit score anymore. Because you get a better interest rate with a lower credit score. Correct, Blake?
Yeah, I believe income comes into that too. Income ranges. It's not just credit score driven, but it's baked into mortgage rates now. It's going to favor. I believe at the top end you can get out of. If your credit score gets good enough, you get past it. So there's like this. It's against the middle class of credit score.
Yeah,
Unreal.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
but there was talk that they were going to push. Yeah, there was talk they were going to push that back to August 1st as well. But honestly, Fannie Mae's already including it in their pricing, so it's already started happening despite the official date not being set yet.
Yeah, so it is what it is. If you've got a good credit score, you'll pay a penalty for it.
Yeah, and good income.
Yeah.
So,
you get penalized for having good income and good credit score.
Yeah, the way Fannie Mae, which does most of the mortgages, they're baking that into their whole underwriting package, the whole way they do underwriting. So that's how Fannie Mae is also including income into it, not just credit score.
Yeah. Also,
what's the rationale for that? I mean, I just don't get it.
It's the basis behind how it was approved was diversity, equity, and things like that. So it's all social causes is what they're trying to accommodate.
It's essentially the same thing they did back in the subprime lending days, trying to make credit more affordable to people that don't have good credit. And so
they are building like an insurance fund too. It's kind of like FHA. So the people that they're charging more, there's funds going to this insurance fund to actually then pay for the losses of the people that have lesser credit that will likely be higher risk of loss. So that's part of what it's doing as well.
So essentially what's going on is they are penalizing people with good credit and good income to pay for people with poor credit and poor income.
Yes, that's a good explanation of it.
It's essentially a redistribution of wealth toward poorer people with lower credit scores. So
yeah, now these are only federally backed mortgages. So if you find a private lender, they're not subject to these changes.
Yeah. Okay. Is what it is. License renewal time, of course. If you haven't renewed your license, you can anytime, provided that you have completed your 36 hours of CE. remember, it's 12 hours a year for 3 years. So you actually have to have 36 hours in order to renew your license. If you've been doing it every year like I do, you've gotten 12 hours every year, you've got your 36 hours, and you can renew at any time. You have to renew by the end of June. So we're kind of in the middle of that cycle. So you've got time. You don't have to renew today. I'm sure you all received the petition referencing a special meeting of MIBOR and trying to vote out Shelley Specchio and et cetera. Have you all seen that petition? It was emailed to you.
I don't recall seeing it. I might have, but I wouldn't normally get involved in something like that.
Yeah. I have no official policy on it as far as a company. So as an individual agent, if you want to sign it, you're welcome to. I do believe that Shelley Specchio should be replaced. I think she's done a very poor job as CEO of MIBOR. But I don't necessarily agree with the other aspects of the petition. So I'm probably not going to sign it because I don't agree with the other aspects of it. Although, perfect world, the other aspects of it could be good too, but be that as it may, I'm not sure that's the way to go about things, but I do think Shelley needs to go. Does anybody have, I continue to have negative experience with Connect BLC and Broker Bay. And recently I've shown numerous properties recently received no request from Broker Bay for feedback. And so I'm wondering if something has changed at Broker Bay and those agents just didn't check the right box to ask for feedback, or if Broker Bay no longer asks for feedback. But I've shown, I don't know, 4 or 5 properties recently, different agents, and not received a single feedback request. What are you guys getting?
Same thing, Jim. I'm not getting it any either. But when I show a house, I'm not getting prompted, like you say, to provide feedback. So I go into the showing confirmation afterwards, and you can seek it out that way and proactively provide it. But
well, I'm having a different experience. I've been showing quite a few homes this past week, and I'd have to say for the most part, I'm receiving the requests for feedback.
Okay, so then it must be something that the agents aren't doing to get feedback. Are you getting feedback on your listings, if you have listings, when they're showing?
Not as much as I would like. I wish somebody could tell these newer agents that it's important to give feedback. And it's important to give good feedback, helpful, useful feedback, not just say buyer didn't like it, why. So anyway, but for the most part, yes, I do get feedback.
And just to FYI, I had a showing last Tuesday, which is why I missed this meeting. Showed up to the house and the owner said, "Oh, it's pending." And so and my people were coming like from 40 minutes away to see it.
I had the same experience. Yeah.
So I contacted the list agent. I'm like, I was just told by the seller that this property is pending, and I'm at my 10 o'clock showing. And she said that she contacted everybody Broker Bay told her had a scheduled showing, but it didn't have my name on it. And I got confirmation, and I even got, please give me your feedback afterwards. And she said that she was not on any Broker Bay list. I was not on any Broker Bay list for that property.
Wow. Yeah, I'm afraid that, and I'm hearing stuff about the tax records too being incorrect, and so we seem to be in a perfect storm of technology that doesn't work. reliably. And I looked this morning, at the list of fixes that they allegedly are working on, and it's quite voluminous, but that's the list from 13 days ago. They still don't update on a regular basis. I personally have just kind of given up on trying to ask for stuff. It doesn't seem to make any difference to my board to get these things done. So it's a sad situation that our technology is so poorly managed. So any rate, enough of that. Let's talk about ChatGPT. So I'm going to share my screen here with everybody so that you can follow along with this. And so ChatGPT, everybody's talking about ChatGPT. I think people are making a bigger deal out of it than it is. Hopefully you're seeing my screen. It says Realty World Indy ChatGPT for real estate.
Yep, we got it.
Okay, good. So ChatGPT, it's a mouthful. So what is ChatGPT? What is it? Well, the official definition is it's an advanced computer program designed to understand and generate human-like language. It can help you with various tasks and answer your questions in a conversational way. And this is the link to it. So if you haven't gone there, this is how you get to it, chat.openai.com. So, what's it good for from a real estate perspective? There's other uses for ChatGPT, but let's talk about what it's good for real estate. It can, for instance, it can create a listing description for you. It can turn a listing description into a Facebook post or a tweet. It can create a 12-month marketing giveaway email sequence. It can create a weekly or monthly email newsletter content for you. It can generate real estate scripts that you could use on the phone or in person. You can use it to update your real estate agent bio. You could create a custom buyer-seller's guide using ChatGPT. And you can plan a client appreciation event. That's just some of the things in real estate you could use it for. There are lots of other ways to use this. And really, you need to kind of just get into it and start playing with it to find all the good uses for it. One of the key elements to using ChatGPT is creating a prompt to ask it to do something for you. And if you do the prompt right, you're more likely to get usable information back. And so this is just a boilerplate of what a prompt would be. So you identify who you are. Okay, so I'm a real estate professional, or I'm a realtor in the Indianapolis area. I've been in business for so many years, whatever. But you identify to ChatGPT who you are, and then you ask them what you'd like them to do. So for instance, create a listing description that will cause buyers to want to buy my house. So a verb, a product, and an objective goes in your prompt. And then it should be, and then you give it any additional output specification. So for instance, with a description, we're limited to a certain number of characters, correct? So you put in there how many characters it needs to be limited to, and it will then develop that description to those specifications. Then you want to say what kind of writing style that you want, what the tone of the description needs to be, and what audience it's going to be written for. And then any additional information that you might want to tell ChatGPT about goes into creating the prompt. And if you would just envision that you've just hired a new assistant, and you need the assistant to understand, they need some instruction on how to do things for you. That's kind of how ChatGPT works. So here's an example of a prompt. I'm a real estate professional. Help me write a listing description that will attract buyers to want to see a property that I am selling. It should be about 3 to 5 sentences long. The writing style should be positive and energetic, and it should be written for buyers interested in purchasing the home. It should also highlight the large master bedroom, updated kitchen, and fenced backyard. The property is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, traditional American style single-family home. And so that's a prompt that you could use to get it to write a listing description for you. So that's just an example for you. Again, you can do your own prompts. Some tips on doing prompts. The more detailed the information and instructions you give it, the better. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, if I got to do all that, why don't I just write it myself? Which is a good question, because you could. However, let's say maybe you're a little bit lost for words, or you're not sure how to describe a particular property. By telling ChatGPT and asking it to write a description for you, it could give you some good feedback. Or you could take a description that you've already written and ask ChatGPT to correct it, or to make it more persuasive, or something of that sort. Like I say, this is like having a personal assistant that you just hired, and this is their first week at work, and so you have to explain a lot to them to bring them up to speed. You want to give clear instructions to them of what you want them to do, and of course you check their work, so you don't ever take something that ChatGPT has written and then just send it out, copy and paste it and send it out without reading what has been written. Now, ChatGPT is pretty good at that type of a task. What ChatGPT is not real good at are research type tasks, mainly because it regularly gives you false information that's not true. So I would not use it as a research tool. A lot of people are using it as a research tool because they can ask a question, and chat, the OpenAI is supposed to go out and get all the information for you. But it's been pretty well documented that information is not necessarily true. So you want to be very careful using it for any kind of research, because it will lead you astray if you do. So we're going to try it out here, and so I'm going to show you how it works. You can write prompts, by the way, and save them for future inquiries. So I have some prompts saved that I can use. You can also write refining prompts. These are prompts to refine what you're doing. And your imagination is really the limit on all this. And there is a more complete training that's going to be available from Realty World University. Gabrielle Jeans is teaching an introductory class for ChatGPT on April 26th at 1:00 p.m. So if you want to learn more about Chat, you can go there and learn that. So I'm going to start out by showing you that this is the interface once you log in. Now, if you're new to Chat GPT, what you need to do is set up an account. It's free, so you don't have to pay anything for it, but you set up an account. And once you set up your account and you log in, this is the screen that you'll come up on. And I want to call your attention right down here to the bottom line. It says free research preview. ChatGPT may produce inaccurate information about people, places, or facts. So there's a disclaimer right on it. Don't trust it for factual information. It's better at doing things like asking it to do things for you than it is to give you facts about anything, because it may give you incorrect information. So let's say I'm starting a new chat here. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open up let me find it here. I should have had it pulled up, I guess. Okay, here's the giveaway email. Okay, so I want ChatGPT to write some information for a giveaway email to me. So I'm going to give it this prompt right here, and let me read the prompt to you. I'm a real estate agent. I need 12 monthly pre-written emails to stay in touch with my sphere of influence. These include people who have already bought and sold homes with me, or ones that I hope will work with me in the future. For each month, I will be doing a giveaway of a $25 gift card to various businesses. Each email should have a connection with the type of gift card being given away. For example, when giving away a Home Depot gift card, email should talk about the importance of home maintenance. And I see I've got a typo in here. The 12 gift cards will be from the following places: Home Depot, Target, Amazon, Kroger, Starbucks, Olive Garden, Lowe's, Domino's Pizza, REI, Dunkin' Donuts, Dairy Queen, and TJ Maxx. It does not have to be in that order. Email should state that they just need to reply to this email to enter into the giveaway. Please calculate the deadline date for each month. It should be the last Friday of each month. The email should be cheerful and upbeat. It should express gratitude for allowing me to help them on their real estate journey. If possible, the email should talk about something related to real estate or home living. The end of the email should be a call to action to contact me if they have any real estate questions. So that's the instructions I'm going to give to ChatGPT. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to go into the chat, and I'm just going to paste it in here and hit enter. And we'll see what ChatGPT comes up with. It's thinking now, and in a minute, it's going to start spitting out its answer to my requirements here. Now there's a lot of information in there, so it takes a lot of time to think. If there's just a little bit of email or a little bit of information, then it thinks quicker. So hopefully I haven't overwhelmed it here. This worked great the other day. All right, ChatGPT, respond to me. Great, thank you. Well, as you can all see, ChatGPT is not perfect. Let's see if it can handle, let's see if it can handle just one part of the prompt. It's not responding at all. So I think that I can go in back to this chat, and I can show you here. This is the chat that I did earlier with it. So apparently it's overwhelmed with this one. I just did a real simple thing. Give me some ideas for a fun client appreciation event. Will be fun for families, single people, and couples without kids. Here's what it came up with. Here's some ideas for a fun client appreciation event. That was for, oh, here's the newsletter. Here's the newsletter one. Okay, I did ask all of this. Okay. And here's what it came back with. Right here. May newsletter, spring is in the air. Hello. Spring is here, and when it comes to a renewed sense of hope and possibility, as always, I hope this newsletter finds you in good health and high spirits. As your trusted real estate agent, wanted to touch base with you and share news and insights on the current state of the housing market. So it goes on. It's pretty lengthy article there. I added the, I suggested an add an article interest for a homeowner in May. So that was for a real estate newsletter that I asked it for. Let's see if it's come back to this other chat. It didn't do anything, did it? No, apparently ChatGPT is broke today, or I'm asking too much information. Yeah, it's not responding. I'm not sure why. Maybe ChatGPT isn't working today. Oh, here we go. It's finally responding. Can you see it typing on the screen there?
Yeah.
I'll make it bigger. So it's finally responding to me. Okay, so now it's giving me email one, Home Depot gift card. Keep your home in top shape with Home Depot. Hello, first name. It's your Jim Jordan here, your friendly real estate agent. I hope this email finds you well as we head into the summer season. It's important to make sure your home is in top shape. That's why this month I'm giving away a $25 Home Depot gift card to help you with any home maintenance projects. Things will stop there. I don't know if it's still generating. As a homeowner myself, I know how important it is to keep up with regular maintenance tasks and to keep your home looking great and functioning. So basically what you can see is here, it's writing this email for me. This is a free service, so don't expect it to be fast. And it obviously can get overwhelmed with a lot of information and take a lot of time to think. But you could be off doing something else while it's writing this email for you. And again, it's kind of long email, so you might want to have it shortened. You could ask it to shorten it. So okay, so now it's written one email. Now it's writing the second one for me. So it's going to go on through and write 12 emails because that's what I asked it to do. It's going to write this all out for me, and I can use it to copy and paste and generate these emails. So that's how ChatGPT works. Questions? What questions do you have that I can maybe answer? And I'm not an expert on this. I'm just sharing things that I've learned from others. So I'm sharing them with you. Do you have any questions for me? Nobody?
Does it know all the things we can't say anymore?
Well, it would if you told it. And that's interesting. It would be interesting to see if it used primary bedroom or master bedroom. That would be an interesting question to ask it. And in fact, why don't we do that? Let's see. See if I can do this. Now I told it master bedroom. All right, so I'm asking something went wrong. Okay. Response. Okay, I guess I have to start a new chat here. Okay, so I've asked it to write a listing description. I talked about the master bedroom in here, the highlight a large master bedroom, updated kitchen and fenced backyard. Let's see if it uses master bedroom, the same term that I used, or if it uses primary, which is what we're being told needs to be the description of it. And again, you can see it's not particularly speedy. It takes us while thinking. So while it's thinking, are there any other questions? We'll get Sean's answer here in a minute, maybe. Any other questions? Do you think you'll use this?
It would
It's
be,
interesting.
No.
I think it might. I mean, I'd edit it, but it at least gives you a nice, jump off point.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I see about it is it seems to be good for creative thinking. And so you can ask it to give you ideas to grow your real estate business. All these things really are things to help you grow your real estate business. And so I think that, like any other tool, it's a tool. And depending on your skill using the tool, will have a lot to determine how well the tool works for you. So the better you get at using a tool, then the better you're going to get. And obviously something went wrong, this issue, please contact us. So it doesn't work all the time, but it's worth what you paid for it, nothing. So you can't get too angry at something that works sometimes and doesn't work other times. You're not paying anything for it. However, that's a little frustrating. So I'll try to get that answer for you and let you know whether it used master bedroom or not in the future. I'm going to stop my share now. Any other questions before we go on? Well, that's it then. I'm going to stop my share and I am going to stop the recording.
I might have